Hey everybody, welcome to another Muddy Reviews and another episode of Build the Gun. Today we are looking at a AKS74U. So this is a Echo-1 Redstar as the base model gun. It comes with the side rail attachment already on it. Originally this gun was solid black. I did paint it for the build in question. So what this build is this is a Medal of Honor Warfighter AKS74U Preacher-inspired build. I will go ahead and get out of the way now and just explain. There are a few small variations I did make to this that are not featured in the game, and I will address those as I touch them. So when you get this from Echo-1, this is going to be how the gun comes, except, like I said, it'll be solid black. The furniture is polymer. It's not wood. The body is metal. Buttstock is metal. Grip is polymer. Flash hider is metal. Sights are metal, etc. All right. So when I got this, I realized, okay, first thing I need is I'm going to need a magazine because I don't want to run the high cap it came with. And in the game, they were running RPK style magazines, RPK-74 mags. And that's the first thing I had to source for this. And that's what I had to grab. All right, so magazine was acquired. So I got this magazine from Evike.com. So this is the MOLOT RPK-74 magazine. I believe it was TWI Raptor. So full disclosure on this build. Unfortunately, this magazine, even though I bought it specifically for this build, hasn't yet worked with this gun. It won't feed. Magazine feeds on other AKs. Can't get it to feed on this one. I got to figure out why. But for the aesthetics, this is what I needed. I needed this RPK magazine. So the next item I needed was going to be a new top here for the gas block cover. And Preacher kept the wood furniture on his gun, but in the multiplayer AKS74Us, the Spetsnaz ones, they actually had a polymer grooved ribbed cover, and I really liked the way that looked, and it was still game correct, and I wanted to go with that to give it a slight little different variance, and that was the next thing I had to grab. All right, and this was from CYMA. This was actually a full furniture kit. It was a bottom and top. I didn't use the bottom for this build. I just used the top, as you see here. It was a very simple drop-in. I literally just pulled off the top piece, put the two end caps back on this CYMA piece, and dropped it right back on. Very easy to put on. In the game footage, sometimes you saw a normal compensator like this, flash suppressor, and then I've seen other stills where it looked like they had the bigger, fatter one. I forgot the name of it. I'll try to have it in my description. I'll actually discuss what the real proper terminology for it. I went ahead and kept this because I decided that there was not enough imagery that showed the different one, and this was more commonly seen in the imagery and footage I saw. So the next thing I decided I needed was going to be a mount for an optic, because the optic is a very important portion of this build, and I needed a rail to go on here. So that's what I wanted to grab next, because I have the mount built on the side of the gun for the rail mount. All right, rail mount was acquired and put on the gun. I painted it to match the gun. This is a very simple rail mount. I got this off of HOPUP, I believe, used, and it's a ACM, like all China made, no specific branded rail mount. And I had to actually unscrew this top Picatinny rail and reverse it and then screw it back down onto the mount, so that way it would not interfere with the rear sight of the AKS74U. The next thing I needed was going to be an optic. In the game, Preacher actually runs a 4-power ACOG with side irons and a RMR, and that was the next thing I grabbed. All right, so I got a 4-power ACOG. It's got the RMR, the Trichicon RMR, and it has the little side irons. And this is one that has the fiber optic. I actually did a review on this. I'll put a link to the this actual review for this ACOG if you're interested. It'll be in the description below. And I believe I also actually reviewed this mount too. And if I did, I'll put it in the description. And I did do a review on this furniture set, which I'll also put in the description below. So overall, the build was pretty much done. I didn't go with a LaRue mount for the ACOG yet. At the time when I was first starting this build, I couldn't find any in stock, and I just felt like it wasn't a super necessary piece, but it would be a cool addition to the build eventually. But it's just for around $200, it's not that necessary, honestly. Overall, I have the complete Preacher aesthetic with this now. I have the AKS74U with the RPK magazine. I've got the 4-power ACOG with the RMR, and I've got that Medal of Honor look with that short barrel little AK, and it looks pretty rad. I took some liberties with the paint job. Like I said, I wanted to make it as close to the Preacher's gun as I could without being exact. Like I said, I did do the multiplayer front here because I thought that looked really cool, and I wanted to make just a slight little variation because I wasn't doing Preacher's kit per se, just inspired by Preacher's setup. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, I had some variational changes, some minor things that were not correct for the build, and I would point those out. So, number one was this CYMA top piece here. That is only on the multiplayer builds. I added some skateboard grip tape to the bottom here. You don't see that anywhere in the game. I just did that because I wanted to. And I added some on the grip here to give me a little more purchase with gloves just for grins. The last thing I'm going to show you is the addition of a sling that I run with this gun because I do like the sling, and also because since it is airsoft, I want to be able to hold the gun to my body. In the game, you don't see him using a sling, but I personally like using slings when I play. I don't like not having them, and that was the last piece of my build. All right, so the last piece of the build for me like I said, there was a variation thing that was not in the game, but it's a sling. And what I run with this is a Sheriff of Baghdad B sling. It's a very simple sling, low profile. What I do is I took the sling mount off here. I put a small bit of braided cordage in place of that, so it'll be quieter. And I run the Tri-Glide. Jeez, couldn't think of the word. I run the Tri-Glide through there, and then I run a piece of cordage through the sling loop point here in the front of the AK, and I run the HK clip through that. And now I have my sling, and I'm good to go. It's very secure. It's very stable. It's not going anywhere, and I'm able to run this all day at a game with no issues. And I've got a nice, simple sling that I like, that is low profile and out of the way. I did do a review on this sling as well. I'll link that in the description below. But overall, this is my Medal of Honor Warfighter Preacher inspired AKS74U build. It's a very simple build. It's a lot of fun. Really, the only thing you need is a AKS74U, mount, optic, and an RPK magazine. And you are rocking it Medal of Honor style. I hope this was an informative video and you got something out of it. And if you were thinking about doing one of these builds yourself, well, here you go. This is a good way to begin. I do plan on revisiting this build later with a better AKS74U. I bought this one secondhand and it's starting to act up on me. So I think I'd like to get one that's completely brand new for myself. Maybe an electric blowback or something. and basically take all the furniture and junk off of this guy and throw it on that. So maybe stand by. One of these days I'll have a new AKS74U, and I'll be doing a video on that guy when it comes in as a review, because it'll probably be something cool. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed building the gun, and I enjoyed making the video. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them. Let me know. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for all the support. I'm almost at around 250 subscribers, which is pretty cool. I didn't think I'd even get past 100, and I'm pretty excited. So get out there, build yourself some cool AKs, build yourself some cool airsoft guns, and see you on the field, hopefully. Take care, guys.